Hello everyone, I'm Evan Narani.
And I'm Jennifer Murillo. Today we're outside of SpaceX headquarters here in Hawthorne for the Hyperloop Pod Competition.
We're next to a 1.25 kilometer Hyperloop where colleges and universities will be testing their pods at ground speed.
There's universities from all over the world, including Southern California.
And we talked to some of the students from those universities to see exactly what goes into this groundbreaking competition. Take a look. 27 teams from 6 different countries spent the weekend at SpaceX headquarters to test and compete their pods in the mile-long Hyperloop.
It was actually really fun driving down here and turning onto this road and then just seeing the tube right there and thinking that's going to be the future. There'll be cars, there'll be planes, but there's going to be a Hyperloop. It isn't science fiction, it's actually a real thing that will happen.
It's really awesome to see so many teams that are actually able to compete at a high level, especially considering how difficult this competition is, a first-year program, really minimal testing time. Like having something that functions is a real testament to a good dedication.
Teams had been participating in the Hyperloop competition since 2015. This weekend was the first time those who passed through the design phase got to test their pods.
We started in June 2015 by gathering a team and thinking about the concept how to win this competition. In January last year, at the design event in Texas, we won the Pod Innovation Award, and that's something we were extremely happy with. And afterwards, we went on producing our actual prototype. We presented it in the Netherlands in June last year, and now we can't wait to do our final run in the SpaceX test tube because this is the moment we've all been working for.
Teams had to first pass a series of tests to be eligible for a run, ranging from a structural test to a vacuum chamber test, and only 3 teams were actually able to make the run.
What if we are going to actually win the Hyperloop Pod competition is at this moment unknown, unfortunately. So we're very curious to find out what will actually happen with the winning team. But the dream of the Delft Hyperloop team is really to continue the development of the Hyperloop. And perhaps winning this Hyperloop Pod competition would be a great contribution to the development of the Hyperloop.
Our run went pretty much exactly as we wanted. So that's great, and we are hoping to see how the other teams do.
I'm inside of one of the pods that, although it didn't compete, it's a great idea for the future. The University of Southern California is one of 2 local schools that are in the competition.
It's been really quite exciting to put together a team in such a short amount of time and to kind of put our brains together and figure out how to solve what is a very real problem today, and that's high-speed transportation.
Everybody pitched in to cut members, assist welding, grind things, stuff like that.
Our pod, in a sense, is kind of a closed loop. It doesn't need anything else in order for it to travel along the tube.
The team is comprised of students from many different fields, but all with one goal in mind.
While the rest of the competition and the teams converged on levitation vehicles, we really looked hard at propulsion and what it took to accelerate our pod from 0 at rest to really high speeds.
We utilize every free minute that we have. We're in our workspace, designing, talking, building. So yeah, it takes a lot of work.
While this pod didn't get to compete due to several factors, the team has already been working on another pod that they will bring to compete in Phase 2.
The design that we've been working on, which has been taking up the majority of our time during the fall, we'll be displaying on Competition 2, which will allow us to reach our full speed of around 330 miles per hour.
The team at the University of California, Irvine has also been working for the past year and a half on their pod.
We work very closely with each other. It's a very small system, so we have to make sure all of our systems integrate as one. They become one cohesive pod.
Amount of sheer knowledge that you gain from all of these teams doing different things, but having the same goal is just extraordinary. It pushes the boundaries of the Hyperloop technology or any technology that you'd want to do for a competition like these. It pushes it quite a lot.
Jacob Gantz helped to co-found the team and is now the project manager, overseeing the development of the Hyperloop that about 100 students have played a role in.
As a project manager, my responsibility is to make sure everything happens when it needs to happen. So I coordinate between different team leads, and be responsible for making sure the project is well funded, making sure we meet all of our important deadlines.
There's always improvements that you can make, minor tweaks, and also all of the data that we basically get from this could go to making the actual mass transportation for the Hyperloop.
HyperExcite says what makes their pod different is the use of air levitation over magnetic levitation inside of the chamber.
The reason you'll see a lot of people using magnets is it's tried and true. They know they can levitate using magnets on a conductive surface. What is a new and challenging aspect of Hyperloops is using air. We believe, and this is why we've made the design choices we have, is that we can squeeze out more efficiency using air than magnets.
This is one of the largest and longest Hyperloops in the world. It's over a mile long and it's 6 feet in diameter. It's also where 27 colleges and universities are going to have their pods compete to be the fastest traveling. Today, Elon Musk of SpaceX told us that this is breaking the ground for the fastest transportation in the world.
It's almost unimaginable to see that some students can build something like this in the short amount of time that we've had. I mean, part of it was just design work, like almost a third of the time was design work, and then manufacturing the rest of the way.
It's really cool because you can go out over and knock on someone's tent and say, hey, do you guys have a, this size of wrench, or hey, can you help me weld this, or whatever. So everybody's like really working together to actually produce what this whole thing is about.
At the end of the weekend, the teams came together one last time to hear the results of the competition. The Hyperloop Awards were 3D printed and signed by Elon Musk.
The Delft Hyperloop team of Delft University in the Netherlands got the highest overall score. Technical University of Munich, Germany was awarded for the fastest pod. And MIT placed third overall in the competition. SpaceX engineers judged all of the results.
That feels really amazing. This is exactly the moment we've been working for so hard the last 1.5 years with all of our team. And to be the winner of this overall award is just amazing.
Teams that were ineligible to compete this weekend could still run their pods in the next couple of weeks if they made the necessary changes.
The final phase of the competition will happen over the summer. For HCTV, I'm Evan Narani.
And I'm Jennifer Murillo.